Thanks. Also tonight, the Elizabethton City Council had two big items on the agenda. It included a vote to amend an ordinance in an effort to help flood victims. News Channel 11's Jayana Scurry was at the meeting to hear how they voted. Jayana?
Yes, Sarah. An Elizabethton ordinance says campgrounds are for temporary use and guests cannot stay past 30 days. Some displaced from Hurricane Helene have been living in campgrounds, so City Council voted on first reading to temporarily extend the length from 30 days to 180 days. Some currently displaced from Hurricane Helene have been living at East Tennessee RV Park inside the Elizabethton city limits. Co-owner Preston Whitehead says he is happy with the decision to extend the length of stay. However, he would like the decision to be permanent or for there not to be a temporary campground ordinance at all.
I think that 30 days is a little low, especially from what we were under the impression of before. You know, like I brought up, you know, if somebody comes into the town and they're just here for the summer, I mean, you know, that's 4 months. It's important to note that you know, half a mile away, you're in the county and you can stay as long as you want. City Manager Daniel Estes says after the 180 days, the length of stay would go back to 30 days.
This is a temporary change, again, to accommodate those who were displaced by Hurricane Helene and the flooding.
Christy Woods, East Tennessee RV Park resident, says she has been living there for a year and a half and would like the campground to also be for permanent use.
So many RV parks all around us are permanent. They have permanent residents, and that's all we're asking for as well. And just because I don't know why our park is being targeted like it is.
Many who spoke out during public comment talked about the use of ramps being built on campers in the park. The ordinance passed on first reading itself doesn't have anything to do with ramps.
There is no ramps that are at the campground right now that are in the portion of the property that's in the floodplain.
Estes says the ramp issue is something they will continue to follow up on to make sure the campground is in compliance.
We hate that this tragedy has struck our community and it's affected a lot of folks. But we want to see those that are living there, you know, be in a safe place, and that means making sure that the items are there, the rules are there to keep things compliant, because that's a safety issue, and we want to assure that that continues, because heaven forbid another disaster or something else were to come along. We don't want folks to be in a bad spot.
The ordinance still has to be approved for a second reading before going into effect. Both the public hearing and second reading will take place during Elizabethton's January City Council meeting. If approved, the 180 days would start 10 days after that second reading. Sarah?